Are we live? Okay, amazing. I'll just prop this guy up a little bit. It's a little sad here. Hey guys, Happy New Year. I'm just gonna give it a few seconds for everybody to get on or more people to join. But if you guys are interested right now in going and check out what's happening, you can go on, I'm live on Facebook as well as Instagram, and you guys can get on stephaniechic.com. Let me see if I can write that on my phone for you guys. It's going to be on stephaniechic.com, and we're going to be discussing the new, there's a new addition to the website, and it's the Chic Lifestyle Blueprint. So, Happy New Year, babe. So that is going to be going, is what we're talking about today. Jess, hi, babe. Okay, I'm live on Facebook also for the first time. So I'm really excited about this because I really want to explore more Facebook Lives. And there is, by the way, a Stephanie Chic group on Facebook. So if you guys want to go check that out, all you have to do is basically log onto your Facebook account and then search Stephanie Chic, and you can search the group or the page. And I generally post to both accounts. Like I kind of, hi babe, I like reiterate for now, like the content that's happening on the Stephanie Chic page, and I ask kind of a question in regards to it on the Stephanie Chic group, just to make sure that everybody's kind of getting looped in and making sure that everybody is, you know, everywhere and able to listen. Okay, so you guys are okay over here on Facebook. I'm gonna add a comment, I don't even know if I can do that. Can you do that? Happy New Year, you guys. Okay, I don't think you can do it on Facebook, or you at least can't figure out how come or how right now. Here, okay. Balloons from the party last night. Did you guys see the stories that we posted? My friend Susie posted it for me, which was amazing while I was setting up the intentions grid last night with everyone. It was such an amazing New Year, to be honest. We celebrated with setting all of our intentions for 2018. So here we are in 2018. I kind of can't believe it that it's like, that we're here right now, but it's happening. And I wanted to take the opportunity, because a lot of people are off, and start the new year fresh and launch with you guys this Stephanie Chic lifestyle guide. So I'm really excited. It is also just a little detail for anybody that needs to like check out or come back or whatever it may be. This is literally going to be posted to my story for the next 24 hours and hopefully to YouTube at some point. But I've been having a lot of problems uploading Instagram videos onto YouTube, and I'm not really sure why, and it's kind of annoying. So that is that, guys. Okie dokie. So I got some coffee here. How's your New Year's? Did everybody have a good New Year? Yeah, yay. Who's excited for 2018? Hands up. Okay, we're gonna make this fun. It's gonna be amazing. I actually put in the back my intentions board that I made. This is something that I'm probably gonna do a blog post about, but yay. Yeah, it's a vision board, okay guys? So if you guys don't have much to do today and you wanted to do something really productive, this is a fun thing for setting up your 2018. I used to have a mood board. People who have been following me for a really long time know what mood board I'm talking about. It was amazing. It had like all of the clippings from fashion magazines and all of that I was really obsessed with. And this is basically the Stephanie Chic updated version of that. So I put things that basically spoke to me for 2018. So like, this is kind of like the brain vacation clipping. I'm talking about just like reconnecting with like mind, body, and soul. And it also, this kind of board serves as a reminder of like, kind of like a check-in point, I guess is how I want to use it. I'm going to keep it in like my second bedroom office and just have it be like, you know, refocus, recenter, unflinching honesty, unapologetic aging. I mean, we're 35 here, so we're not like aging, but you know, we're getting up there. A lot about crystals, orchids, which are a tattoo that I have, but they're also an amazing flower in terms of speaking to positivity and being a leader and strength. And here we have in with the new. And then as we go through life, we find ourselves in certain paths that just kind of happen organically, which is something that I really believe in. So this is a glimpse at my vision board. So I had it there with me. Okay, so hi everyone who's joining. We're discussing, if you guys want to go to stephaniechic.com, today we are discussing the new launched basically lifestyle blueprint guide for Stephanie Chic. I've been working on this relentlessly. It's kind of been something that I wanted to put into place for the last little while. I wanted to have kind of a DNA for Stephanie Chic that you guys could refer to time and again, and that you guys could, hello, and that you guys could kind of go back to and know exactly where we're at in terms of Stephanie Chic and where Stephanie Chic is headed. And I also really wanted it to be, it's basically, if you go on stephaniechic.com, you will see that there's a Venn diagram. And in the Venn diagram, there are 5 words. And those 5 words are the 5 words that are basically tied with Stephanie Chic. So this is everything that I believe in. I basically put into 5 words who I am as a person and what I want to communicate with you guys and with the growing brand as the core values of Stephanie Chic. So what that means, I'm just gonna say them to you guys in case you're not able to be on the website now, and also because I want to go through them point by point to explain to you guys why I chose these words, what these words mean to me, and what I'm hoping they will mean to you guys through adopting the Stephanie Chic way of life into your lifestyle. So in the middle of the Venn diagram, there's the word chic. And then around the Venn diagram, for all equal parts, there's 5 words. And the 5 words, guys, at the top we have community. Community is like a number 1 for me, and I'm going to go into detail about it. It's like your vibe is your tribe. Your vibe is your tribe. And I have been somebody that's a cheerleader for a long time, since day 1. So I really believe in it. And it's something that I really, really want people who are in the Stephanie Chic kind of group or entourage, that they really value that word as well. And we're going to go into detail about what community means. Positivity is a huge one for me as well, as you guys have known who have followed me for a really long time. That is my number 1 kind of descriptive term, I guess. This is how do you say positivity? I embody positivity. Gratefulness or gratitude is really important as well. So that is the 3rd one. And they're all pretty much equal. So there's no first, second, kind of thing. But anyways, in the Venn diagram, if you're going in a clockwise direction, it is the 3rd one. After that, hi, Ange, babe. And Marc-André's here. And then the next one is authenticity. So authenticity is the one that I would say is the most Stephanie Chic that you can get is just authenticity, is by being authentic. And then the 5th one is routine. And we will go into why I chose routine as well, because that one kind of, I find ties the other things together properly. So the idea with this, guys, is that this will be the blueprint for your Chic 2018. And that this is basically going to be the blueprint for if you want to adopt a chic lifestyle into your life. And these are the 5 thought process, way of life terms that you should be advocating for and working towards basically taking on as a person. These are 5 things that I really believe in. These are things that how I conduct my life. And I really believe that if you guys adopt these things through 2018, you will see an improvement in the way that you live your life. And I've noticed personally that even since putting these words down onto paper, that my life has improved a lot. I was talking about it with a lot of friends last night. Hi, Charles. Happy New Year, babe. I was talking about it with a lot of friends last night and just saying how it's really difficult sometimes to put it into words, but you hear a lot of health people talk about it. But once you start kind of cleansing that negative energy and just being a more positive in your own life and kind of negating all of the kind of bad and just trying to not even let negative thoughts or judgment, judgment detox is a huge part of living a healthy life. into your life, you feel, guys, you feel lighter. Like it's really, really inspiring. And I've lived it firsthand, like just in improving the way that I think and the way that I look at the world. And I am going to go into detail about it in a blog post probably, but there's a difference between kind of, and I talked about it in an Instagram live before, passing judgment and opinion. And I am somebody that is very opinionated, and I stand by my opinion, because your opinion is who you are and you're entitled to that opinion. But judgment is where you remain closed-minded and that you don't let other people's opinions come into your life. Or sorry, that you don't listen to other people's opinions, and that you don't let other people, like, you're not open to other people's ideas or thought processes, which is what, Happy New Year, Tanya, hi babe, which is what, and Kelly in the kitchen's here, Happy New Year, which is exactly what I am totally not for. And just in taking that line of life, that thought process, and just kind of standing my ground on my opinion and being a little bit less judgmental has helped me genuinely feel lighter. I feel lighter in my heart. I feel lighter in the way that I approach my life. And I really encourage you guys to try it. And I will be detailing the steps in blog posts and all of that for you guys to understand how to take that approach and how you can better your lives through that. So for everybody joining right now, welcome. A lot more people joining on Instagram because this is my first Facebook Live, but we are discussing a new component that I just launched this morning on stephaniechic.com. So if you guys want to go to stephaniechic.com, it is under the Chic Lifestyle tab in the menu bar, and it is basically the Chic DNA. So we're going to go into detail. Basically right now I just said what the 5 core values and terms were to be chic. And I listed them, and now I'm going to go into detail of what those words are. If you want to see the words, they are all on stephaniechic.com. There's 5 terms, and that is what the core brand is going to be about, and that they are 5 words that absolutely wholeheartedly reflect who I am and what I want to share with you guys and inspire you guys to adopt into your own life. And I was just referring to the difference between having an opinion and be able to say your opinion and hold your own versus passing an opinion as judgment, and how if you live a judgment-free life, or it's very hard in our world. I won't even deny that. And I've had conversations about that. It's really challenging to live judgment-free. But I've noticed in the last few months, just in adopting this more positive and kind of like connected approach, that I feel a lot lighter and that I feel better about myself. So I encourage you guys to take that on in 2018 because it makes a difference for sure. So the first one, guys, is community. That is the the first one at the top of the Venn diagram. They're all equal parts. And why I chose community is because I thought, when I think of myself, I think of somebody who's extremely open-hearted and warm and friendly, and who just brings in people into her life at whatever rate. Like, I don't put boundaries on my life, and I surround myself with people who lift me up and who I can lift them up as well. So community for me is basically the definition of your vibe attracts your tribe, to be honest. And you will see that a lot through my Instagram, how I mentioned that. Even just last night in my New Year's Eve celebrations, most of the friends that were in that celebration had been newer friends that I met in 2017. And it's beautiful how, like, with a great energy and being open to life, you can bring in great people. And I think if you're looking at 2018 and you want to make a change, you have to be open to maybe letting new people into your life and seeing what those people can teach you or bring to your life and what you can bring to theirs, because it's a two-way street. And I've noticed that in my new relationships and new friends, not only are they gifting me with something, but I'm gifting them with something as well. So those are the most rewarding relationships, is where you're able to really empower one another. So down here, if you scroll down, you'll see there's a little introduction, and then after I break down the 5 ingredients, okay? And the first one, when I talk about community, I talk about it being really fundamental to the Chic brand. Hi, Karen, babe. Happy New Year. Chris is here too. Happy New Year, Chris and Manon. Hi, guys. Happy New Year. So I talk about community being such a fundamental part, because to me it ties in with being a cheerleader and encouraging people. And if you're a cheerleader and you're encouraging people, then you're not just working on your own. And I don't believe that anything can be done alone in this world. I really believe that we need to group up and get together and join forces and make the world a better place, make our lives a better place by surrounding ourselves with people who reflect who we are. So in that, I also mentioned a quote by Warren Buffett. Really interesting. Nick actually spoke. Nick and I talk about this a lot. Like we're totally different, but we bounce ideas off of each other. And one of the ideas that he kind of inspired me with recently was that he was talking to me a little bit about a quote that Warren Buffett, or something that Warren Buffett had said recently. And it was basically that you should invest into your entourage or your friendships. You should look at it the way you look at like your stocks. So which are the 5 or the 10 most profitable, 10% most profitable stocks? And that's where you should invest your energy. And this ties into something that is basically going to come up again in I think it's in positivity, which is the next one. But this involves what's commonly called as trimming the fat. So it's not easy to do that. And I can tell you that it happens organically. The more that you embody who you are, the more you'll see that people will kind of like fall by the wayside that aren't meant to be in your tribe, because your vibe attracts your tribe. Okay, guys? And it sounds like a really static statement, but when you apply it into your life, you're like, no, this makes so much sense. Actually, you will see the truth of that statement come through. So that is like the number one thing of community, is try and focus on regrouping for this year and getting the people that lift you up and that bring you positivity and that encourage you to be your best self. Try and look at this as like, make a list maybe of what your key ingredients are, aside from like, let's say the chic ones, if you want to adopt those, which I encourage you to, but what really like you guys value. And then with that list, see who in your life reflects those values and who brings that up and who helps you live your best life. When I think about my friends, when I think about the top 10% of my friends, they're all always extremely encouraging, believe in me, and there's like this unwavering support, basically. It's kind of like unconditional love. They might not always have agreed in like the past or in the future, in the present, of the way that I'm kind of maybe taking that approach, but they know that I'm a good person and that at the end of the day, what I'm trying to do is the right thing. So it's not necessarily about them like thinking you're faultless. It's just about surrounding yourself with people that know that no matter what, they've got your back, kind of thing. And that they believe in you so much that even if you make mistakes, it's okay, because we all make mistakes. And like, I'm a big fan. I also did a live about failure and how important failure is to you guys. I'm going to read all of your, yes. See, you're the 5 people you spend the most amount of time with. So pick those 5 people selectively, because it's so important, guys. Those people are I really believe that, like, your friends are a reflection of who you are. And if your friends are going around and aren't supporting you, are supporting you to your face, which I see a lot of, unfortunately, in our world, a lot through women, especially, they support each other at the forefront, let's say, like when they're in the presence of that person, but then it's another story when that person isn't there. Get rid of those people. Just focus. Those people are always going to exist, but just try and focus in your day-to-day life. And we're all extremely connected nowadays, so it's so important, even more than ever, I believe, in like really trimming the fat and making sure that the people that you surround yourself with have your back no matter what, and that they are really in it to win it for you, kind of thing. So I can say that all the friends that were here last night, the people that I surround, I'm very fortunate. And that's because I put out a really good, loving energy, I think, into the universe, and that brings me people that have really good hearts. So that is like my number one thing. Fix your community for 2018. Get that down pat, guys. And once your tribe has your back, you will be able to you'll be able to be amazing. It's so important. And I will, through all of these 5 core things, by the way, there's going to be content being pushed through the website daily, like weekly, daily, I'm not sure at which frequency, but it's always going to tie back to these 5 values, these 5 ingredients, these 5 main attributes of being chic. And that's the other thing at the end of the day. What I identify with being chic are these 5 things. And people ask me sometimes, you know, like they'll make comments, which I talk about how I'm so positive and that sort of thing. But that's because that's who I am. And so now I'm putting down onto paper what these things are, how to live a chic life and how to live a life of integrity and high value and connectedness and mindfulness. And I think too, and I'm not going to touch too much on this because it's very negative, but the world that we're living in is really, really tricky right now. And I think people are frustrated and they feel sad. And it's also a very demanding world that we live in, and we're more connected than ever. So in all of that, just try and make sure that when you're setting your pace for 2018, that you're focusing on just such a laser sharp focus on like linear target on where you want to go with your friendships and your community, who you want those people to be. So think of Warren Buffett, guys. Invest in the top 10% of your friendships, because the rest, fluff. Just like a little bit of, you know, you can get rid of that on the outside. So, yeah, okay. Positivity, guys, is the next one. For those of you joining, hi guys, you can go on stephaniechic.com. We are discussing the newly launched 5 core values, the Chic Lifestyle Blueprint. So it's 5 terms, how to be chic. I'm breaking them down right now, and then I'm going to talk to you guys about how you can get involved at the end of this. So positivity, the number one thing for being positive, and this is something that I embody and that I want to share with you guys, and I want to teach you guys how to do this. So it doesn't necessarily happen overnight, but it's a self-love. It's so important, guys, to believe in yourself. And we all have days where we kind of like question ourselves, but you, more than that, in your like core of core, you need to know that you need to be confident in who you are. You need to know that it doesn't matter what anybody says. Like, here's like a really good example I find, and it's been in my path in the last like 10 years of being on social media. In the past, when I had the blog, you know, and I've had YouTube, and YouTube is an incredibly, I love YouTube. Like, I love doing videos. I love that. But the dark side of YouTube, I've never, ever, ever seen trolls like what exists on YouTube in my life. And in the blog, I've also had trolls come and spread hatred and just like negativity. And the first thing I want to say is, don't ever be that person. Like, when I think about those people, I'm like, I would never, even if I'm hiding behind a computer screen, I would never on this earth say something to that like extent of harshness and meanness about anyone. You just should never let those words out, let alone like leave it as like a timestamp for somebody to read over and over. And the second thing I want to say, and this is something that, you know, I think I've had a lot of conversations over the years about, but whenever I get a comment of hate or negativity, it, you know, like, I'm human, so for sure I read it and I'm like, that was a little harsh. But beyond that, it's compartmentalized into a part of my brain, and I want to teach you guys how to do this, that is just like neither here nor there. It's literally like I swear it's wholeheartedly who I am. Like, I didn't teach myself to do this. It's just who I am. It goes in one ear and out the other. Like, I'm just like, I don't know this person. I don't know where they're coming from. You trim the fat. You don't pay mind to negativity. And that is like the number one thing in uplifting yourself and believing in yourself. If you are kind of unsure about, you know, yourself, which is normal. There's different stages in your life too where you're going to be unsure about yourself, and maybe to a bigger degree or a lesser degree. But overall, guys, I'm confident, and I want to teach you guys how to be that as well. And I want to teach you guys how to not let negativity basically affect your life, because I think it's so important to get rid of that. And in leading a positive life, and I'm sure you guys have heard it before, but I'm living proof that it is actually a reality, you need to focus on the positive, and that starts from within. So let's say, like, the example of having like a negative comment. When you have a negative comment, it doesn't matter. You don't know this person. Unless you know the person, then that's like a whole other thing. But if it's just literally a troll, guys, should be neither here nor there. And it's something that I've been able to just walk away from, and I'm just like, okay, I don't know that person. Like, they can put their opinion out there and do whatever they want, but no, I don't care. And I'm going to focus on that a lot in the year ahead, in explaining to you guys, giving you guys tips basically on how to lead a more positive life. And as a result, feel more fulfilled and, more connected with who you are, which is going to increase your self-love. So I'm a huge advocate of self-love. I know it's just something that I can't even help it. It's just who I am. And I see it as like a quality of strength in the world. And I kind of also see it as my role to share it with you guys and teach you guys how you can embody self-love and how that can change your life for the better and make you a more positive person. Another thing that I want to talk about that ties into that, it ties into cheerleading. Complimenting others is such an easy thing to do that I don't think enough people do it. And I know this firsthand because whenever I pay compliments to people, they always kind of like are taken aback and they're like, whoa, I don't understand. Like, how come you're so friendly and like you're so genuine? They are shocked and skeptical for the most part. And I mean, I don't think that's necessarily a good thing. Compliments should be should be taken well. First of all, we should be able to accept a compliment, and we should all feel comfortable giving compliments. And complimenting others, guys, has something that's really amazing that it does, is that it not only lifts that person up, but you feel better because of the joy that they feel and the confidence that they feel because you lifted them up. So it's kind of like a boomerang effect. So complimenting others is really, really important. It's a huge part of living a positive life. I'm going to teach you guys ways this year in how to bring complimenting others and confidence and self-love into your own life so that you can go out there and share that with others and put that into other people's lives. And that this can be really empowering, not only for you, but for the friendships and the tribe that you're going to attract around you. They will feel empowered by your positivity and by the energy that you bring to lift them up. It's a two-way street. If you're lifting someone else up, you're lifting yourself up. Try it. It's a thing. Gratitude is the third aspect of the Venn diagram. We're going in a linear direction. Again, for people who are joining, hi guys, Happy New Year. We're going over StephanieChic.com's new lifestyle blueprint, basically ingredients, and this is going to be the DNA for Stephanie Chic going forward that you guys will be able to refer back to and see content on the blog for adopting these 5 words into your own life. And the next thing, is gratitude is the third one. They're all 5 parts are equal, guys. There's no 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5 equals. It's a Venn diagram, but in a linear direction, gratitude is the third one. The best way that I could describe being grateful or having an attitude of gratitude is glass half full. Okay. I got a lot of comments on how in my personal life, I'm always grateful and that I seem really happy. And I have to say, thank you, hon. Thank you, Marjorie. Bonne année, babe. I have to say, guys, that my secret ingredient for this is living a life basically of abundance, which we're going to go into this year, but also just living a life of the glass is half full. We live in a world where everybody all day long is scrolling their feed, myself included, and they're looking at what other people have. And in a world where, you know, at one point when I was growing up, it was like you didn't really know what your neighbors had, but you kind of knew. Now it's even worse because you fully know not only what your neighbor has, but what your neighbor's neighbor has and what the person that lives like across the world has. And you're comparing yourself unrealistically to what other people have. So in order to live a life of gratitude, the number one approach to take is to believe that you have it all. And I think that this that is something that I'm going to explore with you guys for the year as well going ahead, and that we're going to talk a lot about in terms of gratitude. But what I wrote about in the post was that, or in the description of gratitude here, was prioritizing a sentiment of appreciation. So when I look at my life, I'm not like, oh, I wish I had that. Actually, I never say that, ever. So if you guys say, I wish I had that, or I wish I had this, the first thing to do, guys, is to get rid of that attitude. You shouldn't be wishing that you had anything that you don't already have. You should look at your life that you have everything that you already need. And trust me, if you are living in a first world country, you have everything and more. So there's no reason to want excess. The excess, guys, is kind of like the outskirts of your tribe, the fat. Trim the fat in social as well. Trim the fat in what you think you need that you don't need, and you will live a life of fulfillment because you will believe that you have it all. It's kind of like, also when I think about it, I touched on this too, was basically setting an intention of having it all and not for want of something. And if you look at those two like facets and you put more of your intention into I have this, if you even want to make a list, today's January 1st, it wouldn't be a bad idea to start. You can make a list of gratitude for all the things that you think you have, and then maybe if you want, maybe it would be a good exercise, you could make a list of all the things that you think you don't have, and then you could kind of let life play out and maybe try and add a few more things that you have to the list of haves instead of filling up the list of have-nots. And then maybe down the road, guys, you will see that your have-not list will basically disintegrate because you won't be focusing as much on that, just by being mindful and setting an intention of focusing on what you have. You know, like a friend said to me the other day, it was really interesting, a little example, such an example that I really struck a chord with me, and I don't even think she realized it, is that, you know, she was like, I watch your stories and you're always like, oh, Nick's giving me a lift, I'm so grateful. And I was thinking, she's like, you know, most people would be like, oh, you're my husband, like drive me, it's -100, you know? And I was thinking to myself, that's so funny because it's so true. Like, that's just such an example of how I lead my life, is that I'm just constantly like grateful for everything that I have. And I could take the metro. I take the metro everywhere anyways, but I am grateful whenever Nick gives me a lift anywhere. And I guess like to most people, that's like something that they would maybe feel like they need to demand of their significant other or their parents or whatever it may be. But in my case, it's not something that I demand. It's not something that I expect, but it's something that I'm extremely, extremely grateful for if it happens. So you can take little examples like that and maybe try and apply them to your life and see how that works. But all that to say that an attitude of gratitude is definitely a chic ingredient, guys. So in the new year, let's focus on what we have and let's focus less on what we have not. And that ties into don't compare yourself to others, which is a challenge for a lot of people. So if you feel challenged by that, you're not alone. But we will break that down into kind of micro how-to steps for the year ahead. I had written at the end of the post, we're on stephaniechic.com. For anybody who's recently joined, we are going over the Chic Lifestyle Blueprint here. So at the end of the gratitude paragraph, I wrote, show appreciation for and acknowledgement for your present fortune. Doing so is chic. So focus on the present, focus on what you have. Like right now, I'm grateful that I'm doing a live with you guys and that you guys are even just tuning in to listen to me, you know, and that I'm able to share this with you guys, and that it's, apart from my loud voice right now, very quiet on this New Year's Day in my house. So peace to start off the new year. The fourth ingredient, guys, and there's 5 total, so we have 2 more, is is authenticity and then routine. So authenticity is basically, if I did have to put importance on like 1 or 2, authenticity would be up there because it is a term that is completely unique to Stephanie Chic. As some of you might know who are tuning in right now, I was on a break in 2017 from social media because I felt I couldn't relate to it and I didn't like it. I was like, I'm not inspired anymore. I've been doing this for so long. Everybody on here is comparing themselves to the next person, and it's all about overstaging pictures and pretending that you have a life that doesn't really exist. And I couldn't relate. And I was also going through a darker time in my life where I was about to hit a burnout. It was probably like one of the first cursors of that was that I was not feeling Instagram. But since I had been on it since basically 2008, I'm just going to sip my coffee. I made an almond milk Nespresso latte this morning. Yeah, so was that I kind of cut that off. And then when I came back, and it happened so organically, I was like, you know what, enough of this. I'm not going to try and be someone else. I'm going to do who I am. And I'm just going to show them full force. I'm not going to try and compete with these people who are staging pictures and who are doing overproduction on Instagram. And I understand, I do understand that there is a business in Instagram now, and that a lot of brands have played key roles in social media, and that they want a certain kind of content executed and put forth. So it's that's more like if you're looking at what was in paper advertisement in magazines before, selling a lifestyle. That aside, I'm talking about like Monsieur, Madame, Tout le Monde that are there trying to pretend like their life is shiny and new when it's maybe not, or whatever. I couldn't identify with that. So I was like, I'm going back, I'm going full force, and I'm just going to be as authentic as I can. And I've noticed, and this has been an extremely rewarding thing for me in 2017, or was an extremely rewarding thing for me in 2017, was the level of connection that I had with my audience. I had never experienced that before, through being authentic and through just being who I am. And that's exactly how we got to where we are right now, in describing how you can be chic. And authenticity is one of the key, very important ingredients. So I will be going over how to be authentic in your life. I wrote some notes here, so that's why I'm doing that. And it is detailed in a paragraph, by the way, guys. Everything is, all of what I'm talking about right now, I'm kind of breaking down into my own words, what I also wrote in my own words on stephaniechic.com under the Blueprint Stephanie Chic Lifestyle tab in the menu bar. So authenticity, just about being unique. And I also talk about in this paragraph that there is no single way to be chic. It's not going to be about, this is who Stephanie is and you guys all need to copy that. That isn't it at all. It's that these are the 5 ingredients on how I hope so too, Marjorie. Marjorie on Facebook is saying that she hopes that in 2018, there will be less filters and layers on Instagram, and that people will show who they really are, and kind of shy away from that over-curated, over-perfect lifestyle. I think people are really struggling. I'm not alone to be struggling with seeing all of that. So there's no single way to be chic, guys. It's not, I'm Stephanie Chic and I want you guys all to copy me. These are the 5 things that I adopt into my lifestyle. We're going to go over tips as an ebb and flow throughout the year, the months, the weeks, on how to adopt these things of how I live and how these ingredients on how I live my life, so that you guys can adopt them into your own life in your own ways. And then this is interesting. I wrote this at the end, and it really sums up authenticity for me because it sums up who I am. I've been told before that, from different people, like, I love being in your presence. Okay. So I'll just say it, sorry. They're like, I love being in your presence because you make me feel amazing. And I feel great when I'm around you. And you're such a breath of fresh air. And that quote, it's a very chic quote, is people won't remember you for what you had, but they'll remember you for how you made them feel. It's something to that effect. For 2018 and for living a chic life, we are going to focus on a lot of that, on how you make people feel when they are in your presence. That is being authentic, and that is being chic. And I'm really excited to share tips and tricks on how to do that and to share how I do it with you guys. And I think that also intrinsically ties into the 4 other terms, because these terms that I chose, one isn't the other. They all need each other. They're like magnets for one another, and that they help each other prosper. So if you want to be authentic, you need to bring other things you need to bring a community, you need to bring positivity, and you need to bring gratitude. And the last one is routine. So routine, you could say, is, hi, Studio Mint. Oh my God, and Fashion Range is here. Yay. Hi, guys. Happy New Year. And Lisa's here. Hi, Happy New Year, babe. So routine, if you guys want, and I said this at the beginning too, is maybe the most like static of the 5 ingredients. And I added it in there for consistency's sake, basically, because I believe that I am a person of my word, or I know that I am a person of my word, and being a person of your word is chic. But it also means that you are being consistent and that you are holding yourself accountable. And in order to hold yourself accountable, you need to be comfortable with a routine. You need to be comfortable setting goals for yourself that you're gonna take the micro steps to achieve that goal. So the 5th ingredient to being chic is routine. So I wrote down in this, I had written that it takes 21 to 66 days, guys. So day 1 is today. 21 to 66 days for a new habit to become second nature, to become automatic behavior, is what we call it in the positive mindfulness community. So you've got anywhere between, this is the scale, 21 to 66 days, guys, to take a new habit and make it automatic behavior. Now, January 15th. Mark that note in your calendar. Mark that day in your calendar. 15 days is where the average person starts something and drops it. So in 15 days, people who set intentions or resolutions or goals, and if they don't take the right steps, which basically means realistic micro steps daily to achieving those goals, by the 15th day, it's not happening. So let's say, let me just put it in really easy New Year's language for you guys. You've never gone to the gym before, or you haven't gone in 100 years, and you're like, 2018, I'm going to the gym, I'm gonna lose weight. So you join a gym, you don't do your research and what you like to work out, what your favorite exercises are. You just join whatever gym, you heard your friends are there, and it's gonna be good, and it's affordable, and you're gonna go there. You buy a membership, the whole thing. You buy a cookbook, you're not even sure if you like to cook, and you're not even sure really what the recipes entail totally. You buy the cookbook, you buy the gym membership, you buy the gym gear. You start going to the gym 2-3 times a week. By week 3 of January, around January 15th, life starts getting busy and you realize that you set your goals too high. So now you're going to a gym, you paid a membership, you signed up for a year contract, and you bought a cookbook that you've maybe made 1 or 2 recipes out of. So scale it back. This is what we need to do in order to realize our goals and realize our intentions and not fall off the grid in 2018 by January 15th. And this is what I mean about routine and setting micro goals. And I'm sure you guys have heard it before, but I don't know that a lot of people adopt it in their lives. So let's say a small example that I took into my life. In 2017, I really wanted to reduce, I became a lot more aware, which happens naturally when you adopt a healthier lifestyle, of how terrible grocery store food was when you're shopping in the aisles. I had always kind of known about it, but I became hyper aware of it. And then I decided, okay, what are small changes that I can make? So a number 1 change that I did, but it was relatively easy for me because I was already not eating a lot, was I started to cook less and less with sugar. And that was a small step. I didn't totally eliminate it. I eliminated it, I think, 4 months down the road. And so that was achievable for me. And the second thing that I did, and that's why a lot of times, you guys, if you listen to my Instagram stories, you will have heard me talk about this, that it's baby steps. First you crawl, then you walk, then you jog, okay? So when you're setting your goals for the year ahead, you're not jogging. Let's not do jogging, okay? Maybe try coming to my spinning influencer ride on February 11th. See if you like it. Then you can see what gym you want to join, see what workout that you want to do. But another thing that I did for myself was I remember I was buying almond milk. And then I was like, gosh, there's so much bad ingredients in almond milk, even in the organic ones, guys. These products need a shelf life. And in order for them to have a shelf life, there are preservatives and there are ingredients that aren't good for them. That is a total aside. But when I was reading this, I was like, oh my gosh, so baby step, you know what? I don't drink that much almond milk. I wasn't at the stage where I was baking yet with it. So I was like, I'm gonna start making almond milk for when I wanna make overnight oats for Nick and I, for his breakfast and for my breakfast and for his his workday lunches. And I started making almond milk. And the great thing about that was that almond milk, because it has no preservatives in it when you're making it from scratch, and it is so easy. It's literally, guys, soaked almonds overnight, 1 cup of soaked almonds, 3 cups of filtered water, a pinch of cinnamon, and a dash of salt and a dash of vanilla extract. Blend and put in a nut bag, and then soak out the milk, and that's it, and then refrigerate. And you've got nut milk for 3 to 4 days. So at the beginning, obviously, you're like, 3 to 4 days, God, that doesn't last long. Like, how fast can I drink that? But that's what I think is so interesting about making the almond milk example as setting like a realistic goal, because it meant that I was never making it whenever I didn't need it. And that's the other thing. Listen to the goals that not only you need, but the goals that are calling you, the goals that need you. What are the things in your life for 2018 that you feel you want to make a change in, but that you also feel are speaking to you? And that will come by getting more and more in tune with yourself and that sort of thing. You'll hear that a lot more prominently, I think. But that's something to think about as well. So anyways, yeah, let's set for 2018, we're going to focus on, in the routine ingredient of being chic, we're going to focus on micro goals, and we're going to focus on running a marathon and not a sprint. And that by January 15th, a lot of people have dropped their intentions and their resolutions. And in the Stephanie Chic mindset, you are adopting a routine, and you are accountable for yourself primarily, and accountable for your word in what you tell other people you are going to be doing. And the same thing applies for what you tell yourself and what you owe to yourself for 2018 and what you believe that you want to bring into your life, into this year. You are holding a routine because you want to be accountable, and you are setting achievable micro goals in order to do that. So that leaves me on my 5 core ingredients on how to be chic. This is the launch. They're all on the website today for you guys to go and check out if you would like to review them. I encourage you to, you can contact me through there as well. It goes right to my phone or my email, so you guys can send me an email. Let me know your feedback. Let me know what you're adopting into your life. I really want to engage with you guys through this as much as possible, and I want to be able to help you guys with all of your questions and concerns and all the rest. You can also DM me anytime on Instagram. I'm really good about getting back to DMs, so I do make it a daily task in my day-to-day to be able to answer all of your DMs. So yeah, see, realistic micro goals, answering all of your DMs, making it attainable for myself. So I have 2 more things to discuss before this ends. Instagram's gonna cut me off soon, but it's okay, we're almost there. We've got a good 10 minutes left. In all of this, guys, the one thing that I want to talk about really quickly is that it's not actually, sorry, not really quickly, I want to address it properly, is that if you go into the lifestyle blueprint at the end, it says, are you living the chic life? Inquire about becoming a Stephanie Chic ambassador here. And you can click on here. And as well, if you just hover over the chic lifestyle menu bar, it says become a chic ambassador. You can click on that and you can learn what that means. And you can also learn how you can click on a link there and apply. So this is what I wanted to launch with you guys as well today. In 2018, I'm going to be launching Chic Ambassadors Group. And what that means is it's going to be a group of people that I handpick, and that are going to be, it's going to be in partnerships with different brands that support the chic lifestyle and that are in tune with the chic lifestyle. And you guys are going to be able to benefit from experiences with those brands. The details are going to be revealed slowly but surely. And you're also going to be able to benefit from chic packages and chic tips, and just being part of my core community and core circle of my core tribe, basically. And you guys are going to be, the people who want to do this can reach out to me as soon as today and let me know. You can reach out to me through that, through the contact sheet on the website, or you can DM me if you want, if you're watching this on Instagram and you're not actually on the website. I'm really excited about this. I'm really excited to have full-time ambassadors on board who are living the chic life, who are embodying the chic life, and who we can have fun together and bring positivity to other people's lives together. and that we are going to be able to have fun with our community and support brands that are around us that have the same beliefs as we do. And I'm really, really looking forward to meeting more of you this year as the ambassador group evolves and grows. I have some people already that I'm going to be working with as official ambassadors, but I'm also encouraging you guys to reach out to me because I really want this to be an inclusive thing, and it's not just about Stephanie Chic hand selecting these people. This is an opportunity for you guys to come be a direct part of the community and be a part of my life and a part of what I believe in. And sorry, my nose has been running because of it's so cold. And being a part of spreading positivity in 2018. And it's also going to be amazingly beneficial to you guys, not only for wellness, but also in terms of what these brands are going to be offering my ambassadors. So I'm really excited to announce that today. You can apply, as I said, on the website. You can send me an email, tell me why you want to be a chic ambassador, why you think you're chic, tell me what your Instagram handle is, and tell me what city you live in. For the moment, I think it's going to be the sponsors and the brands are going to be pretty Montreal based or local, but there is definitely a plan in the works to expand that horizon to America and so on and so forth. So don't be shy if you're in the States. I would love to have American ambassadors working with me as well. And like I said, guys, ambassadors is not I'm not looking for somebody with a zillion followers. That's actually the opposite of what I'm looking for. I'm looking for somebody that embodies these 5 core ingredients, and that is this person and thinks that they can bring this into the lives of others throughout 2018 through their Instagram page and through the life that they lead. So I want to reach out to you guys, the people who have been supporting me for whatever many years it's been. Either it's been day one or it's been as recently as the last few months. I would like you guys to talk to me and interact with me. I want to get to know you guys, and I want to bring you guys on board because this whole thing wouldn't exist, in all honesty, without your involvement. And I thrive on the involvement of my community. So I really want you guys to not be shy to reach out to me if you know somebody that you think would be amazing as a Stephanie Chic ambassador. The official hashtag for this, by the way, is going to be Stephanie Chic made me do it. Let me know. Don't be shy to refer them. So that is happening. The other thing that I want to announce before the end of this is a thing that's launching today on Instagram, and I'm going to be posting it to Facebook as well. And it's 31 days to a chicer you. So for the next 31 days, there's 31 days in January, I'm going to be posting intentions every single day that I would like you guys to adopt into your lives. And this could even be a good premise for you guys to practice the Stephanie Chic lifestyle. I want you guys to share how you adopt it into your life. And I'm going to give, the goal is for you guys to better your lives in January. But I also want to give back to you guys for engaging in this 31 days to a chicer you with me. So there's going to be a prize. There's going to be a big prize at the end of the month. And then I'm probably going to do 2 smaller prizes for those. There's probably going to be it's going to be like a 3-tier prize thing for the top 3 people who engage the most in this 31 days to the chicer you. They're going to be easy intentions, micro goals, achievable intentions that I just want you guys to get creative and share how you're adopting them every day into your life. So today's, for example, I will let you guys know, I'm going to post it basically right after this. Today's intention is going to be pick your word for 2018. So in 2017, guys, my word was growth. And it was one word, and I kept referring back to it, and I referred back to it, and I referred back to it. And I have to be honest, it guided me. It was like, a year ago I wasn't doing intentions, and I wasn't as mindful as I am now. So I didn't apply it into my life the same way that I will apply my word of 2018. But it was there. It was at the top of in my planner, it was at the top of every month's page. And I spoke a lot with Nick about it because he kind of heckled me about it. But I have to say that it really manifested itself for me in 2017. Growth was a word that I chose to stay with me. It was an adjective that I chose that, was going to be with me for the whole year. And I don't know what, I think maybe it was the fact that I was getting married. I don't know what inspired me to choose that word, but it definitely manifested itself in 2017. So all that to say that today's intention is going to be choose your word, choose what you want to manifest in 2018 by that word, and take my example of growth as an example, because I put that word at the top of every month and I kept referring back to it, and lo and behold, I definitely think that I grew. And that's another thing. Don't wait for other people to tell you that you grew or that you did your word. Do it yourself and tell yourself every day that you're doing it. If you're not giving yourself affirmation or pats on the back that you're doing something right or that you feel good about what you're doing, you might be doing something that's not good or that's not right for you, but you're also not setting yourself on a path of confidence and a path of self-love. You need to believe in yourself firsthand. And when you start believing in yourself, you don't need to scream it either to everyone. You don't need to kind of, and you've probably all heard that before, but if you're doing something that you know feels totally in tune with who you are and where you want to be, you won't have to explain that to anyone else. And so my word of the year in 2017, I didn't really share it with anybody, to be honest. Nick was the only one who knew about it. And it was because I was like in my planner one day and he was like, what is this? And he's like, word of 2017. He's like, oh my gosh. So he just saw it and kind of like heckled me all year long for it. But and that's kind of how we, talked about it over the year and stuff. But I don't even think, look, I can't even say that I've heard Nick be like, and Nick is, anybody who knows this knows as well, like we're such a support of each other, but I haven't heard Nick say like, you really did a lot of growing in 2017, like kudos, It's something that I feel from inside of me that I don't need affirmation from anyone else that happened. I just know that it happened. And I find it really interesting how it manifested itself without even that much intention. So think about that and think about how much can manifest itself with intention with that word. So pick your word wisely. Pick your word wisely. If you had a word in 2017, do what I'm doing. The word that I chose for 2018 is an evolution of that word. So it's linear continuity. So that is that, my friends. Thank you for joining me on this live. It is going to be available in both spaces, Facebook and Instagram, for the next 24 hours. If you're on Instagram, you can come check out the Stephanie Chic Facebook page. And there's a Stephanie Chic group. You can search for both and you will find both on Facebook. If you're on Facebook and you don't already know, at Stephanie Chic on Instagram is where we're at. And that is it. I'm wishing you guys an amazing new year. I'm really excited to kick off this journey with you guys. In all sincerity, I'm so happy to have you guys on board. And I'm really excited to see how this community grows and how we support each other and evolve together this year. It's going to be really, really fun. And I think there's a lot of amazing things planned for the Chic brand. So watch this space and stay tuned, and let's all just support each other and be positive and grateful and mindful and apply our routine with micro goals and be authentic. Let's be authentic for 2018. Look at this. I just got the countdown, the Instagram countdown. So the live is officially ending, guys. Thank you so much. Happy New Year. All the best. I'm wishing you lots of health, abundance, positivity, and moments of gratitude. Mwah. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. I'm going to end Instagram first, guys. Bye, guys, on Facebook. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed.